some of you guys out there are just not gonna like this, which is very small of you, but you know, the majority of you guys that are here on a regular basis, you see where I'm going, you're gonna like where this is going, so hang tight. If you made it to this channel because of the GTI, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, but this is an invitation to move forward, build confidence in the garage, working on cars, all platforms, so that when we're older, we can be that older guy that just knows everything, so you can help everyone around you. There's nothing I enjoy more than seeing someone's reaction to them finding a solution to a problem, doing something that they thought was hard, and then it's just easy, or it was way less difficult than they expected. The reaction to that is priceless, and that's the foundation for this channel, and that is why I brought the GTI onto this channel and all the cars previous to this. So if you're new to the channel, you're just here because the GTI, go check out the other videos and check out the videos moving forward so that you can be that old guy we talked about. That's motivation for me. That's something I enjoy, and just having that end of the day awesome interaction with people when you're a super knowledgeable person. Adding as much value to a situation as you can in a thing, niche, what we call cars. Just be as helpful as possible. I've sold about 7-8 vehicles in my life, and a lot of the times it can be a huge pain. You're dealing with people, spend a bunch of time. When you're selling modified cars, you're always like preparing to lose money. I find it like a game to be able to modify cars and find a way to make money, and selling it is a huge part of that process to make sure that you don't lose money and you try and be at least break even or money ahead. In this video, we go over a process of selling a vehicle that was completely different than any other way I've sold a vehicle. It was the easiest, I have the highest return, and just hassle-free. But this only works in a certain market. At least I think it will, but who knows what the future has in store. I want to walk you through the whole process. Follow along with this story with me. Appreciate you being here. Well, my friends, this is a sad day. This is the first time I've ever stocked out a car before I sell it. But I just wanted to share this time with you and also let you know that we're giving away the Unitronic catback right here on karmaspeed.com. Go grab something from the website to get your entries in. You could potentially get, with tax and shipping, it's probably like a $1,300 catback. That sounds really, really good. I enjoyed it, and this is our first major part giveaway on karmaspeed.com. So if it goes well, we plan on doing giveaways throughout builds moving forward. And then we can all have more fun building confidence in the garage and learning every single car we can and everything about it. We gotta remove all the carbon fiber, the intake, the turbo, the IS38 turbo, put the IS20 back on. I already took this carbon fiber cover off and put the stock one back. We'll pull off the downpipe, we'll pull off the wheels, tires, and spacers and wheel bolts. I don't think I'm gonna put the stock brake rotors back on, I'll leave them like this. This is the first time that I've put a car back to stock when I sell it because of the way I'm selling it. In the past, I've found an owner who loves the style, loves the power mods, and they buy it for a price at a premium, and I'm very patient with it, and I find the right person and it works out. Up until this point, I've never had to do this process. It is a lot of work, but it does pay off, and I did make as much money as possible with this vehicle. Now, you're probably going to be in a situation where you're going to lose a little bit of money or break even, but since I have the channel, I get some help with parts, I do sometimes profit a little bit off of each car. Shout out to Randall though for helping putting this car back to stock and saving myself a ton of time. I'm super grateful for his help. I'm able to put all that energy into Karma Speed and other opportunities that we have so that we can make better videos, find more ways to make money. That way we can do consistent giveaways moving forward and share the joy with you guys in all of these processes that we cover on the channel. Well, here it is, parked out front tomorrow morning. Reminds me of the day that I got it and brought it home and said, what kind of experience is this gonna bring to us? Well, it's the morning of. If I had to take this off, you guys know what that means. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's probably like high 40s, low 50 degrees. This morning I actually did a cold plunge for the first time to test it out after everyone's been talking about it. I've had like a super stressful last 2 weeks because I'm trying to grow everything on the channel and outside of that and other business ventures I have at like all at once, and it's literally a terrible habit of mine. But when you like cars and dirt bikes and you want off-road vehicles and shops and houses and rental properties and all those things that you're supposed to do to support things like going rally driving and all the expensive things, you got to take a lot of risk and work hard, and I'm feeling it real bad. But that cold plunge set me up real nice. I feel like I could think clearly for the first time in like a week and a half. Fell asleep at like 9:30, got up at 4:30 without an alarm, and I was just wired, and I just went and went down the pool down the street, got in the water for like 2 minutes. It's freezing. You start breathing really heavy. And then got in the jacuzzi for like 45 minutes. Listened to the book by Jocko. It's like leadership tactics and really, really good stuff. It's changing my life. The best core things I've learned in life to make you a better person, it's actually been from books primarily. A lot of videos, but the books really like stick with me. I'll leave some links in the description to some books that I like that have changed my life. Gotta pull off the jet tag. This has been through some good times right here. I'm putting this in my memory box. I have all the other jet tags from the last 2 cars. I wish I had jet tags for the other cars, but moving forward, we'll have these for every car moving forward. I've been thinking about making Karma Speed NFTs. Is there anyone out there interested in that? Because I don't know much about it. I am into crypto, but I think it would be cool to have like every car moving forward, and like the cars we do now, if we made NFTs of them, they'd be worth a lot of money later on when the channel is huge and we have a huge community and a lot of you guys would find them valuable. Then you could trade them and make money, and you know the royalties would help our team. Like, it would be sick. Let me know if any of you NFT guys are out there.
Alright, so it looks like I'm not going to be collecting a title from you. And I will be giving you a check today. Alright? I'm in muscle cars, 26 cars. So I've had...
Keith, who picked up my vehicle from Carvana, was one of the coolest cats. He's into muscle cars, into dirt bikes, literally all the same things. Grew up in a town near Yuma, not too far from it. So we had very similar backgrounds, very similar tastes and activities, and it was really fun getting to know him. I ended up getting his number, and we chatted a little bit. And yeah, it was just an awesome experience. He gave me a check for the, equity I have in the car, for the money that, wasn't financed, the money I put down. And he took the car, and it was literally, we probably hung out for 30 minutes total, start to finish this process. If we didn't talk, if we weren't friendly, it probably would have happened. He showed up, took the car, been gone in 15 minutes, maybe. A lot of questions come up about the financial side of what I do and kind of the breakdown of how I make this happen. I'll dive into a little bit to give you guys an idea of the reality of kind of what goes through my head. I've sold a lot of cars. I take a lot of pride in how to go about that process. I've learned everything the hard way. I'm still learning every single time. I haven't dialed it in completely, but I've profited pretty freaking well the last couple cars. I take such good care of my stuff, and I take a lot of pride in it, and people can see that when they come and buy the car. I talk to them to get to know me, and usually I can get what what the car is worth on the high end, and then all the modifications on top of it, discount, people save on labor, they don't buy the parts at MSRP, and so between the channel helping me get parts at cost or sometimes even free, I'm able to sell these, and this helps supplement a lot of the expenses to keep the channel going. Doing what I do is like, it's not easy. It's also not hard. It just depends what's hard, what's not. It's super easy on a day-to-day basis to get motivated because I'm doing stuff that I love, but it's super freaking hard on the financial side. If I were to have a 9-to-5 from the time I was 16 to 24 now, I would have had a house a long time ago. I would have made all the right decisions, but I still rent a house. I have all my lift and stuff is outside. I have to do things kind of reverse because to me personally, I want my time. I want to own my time first. and then get my assets and everything later. Time's short. I want to have fun every single day. I want to optimize and have fun building everything. I don't want to just like suffer and then buy things as I go, and then 10 hours a day you hate what you do. Like that's backwards in my opinion. That's not what society tells us to do. But I also think society, the norms are totally screwed up. So that's my little rant about that. So I take a lot of pride in selling vehicles, and I usually make money and then at least break even. Well, then the market goes crazy, right? I bought this car when they're like right when all this shortage stuff started to happen, and there was 0 GTIs for sale, private sell, through private sellers on Facebook, OfferUp and stuff like that. So I ended up having to buy one from a dealer because I'm like, this is for work. Like I can't just wait out for the right one. I don't have anything else to do. I need a GTI like right now. So I had to buy one from a dealer, pay tax. It was like $24,000 out the door for it, and it had 18,000 miles. And I was like, I'm overpaying for it by like $1,500, which is exactly just what tax costs. So when I bought it from the dealership, I paid tax on a used car, which is brutal. And so I was like, I just threw $1,500 away. Well, then the market got crazier. Next thing I know, I just sold this car to Carvana, completely stock, for $24,438, and that was like right like on the very good, on Kelley Blue Book, very good condition. It was private sell right down the middle is the value I got for it. I did have equity in this car, so they did cut me a check. When you sign up online, you say, I'm gonna sell my car, here's my VIN, here's the condition, you fill everything out, be honest about it, and then they say, here's what we can pay you. And it matched what I'm willing to sell it for. I don't have to go through the headache of responding to 50 people who don't respond on Facebook back to you anyways. I hate selling stuff these days. You do find really good people, and it takes some time, but it is what it is. I'm super busy, a lot busier than I have been in the past, so I'm like, the fastest way I can get rid of this, the better off I'll be. So I looked into Carvana, the money was there. It was more than what I paid for it, and I sold it with 31,000 miles, and I bought it with 18,000 miles. I honestly don't believe that this will happen in our lifetime again for a while. And maybe it'll hang on for another year or two, but I don't think this is ever gonna happen again. So this was very unlike me to sell to Carvana, but I'm gonna seize on the opportunity when I can, am I right? So how it works, I send them my loan information, they pay off the loan today immediately, I get it removed from my bank account, I no longer have that loan, and then they write me a check from Carvana directly for right under $10,000 is the equity I had in it. So I'll take this 10 grand and put it into the next project. Now you're thinking, why the heck would you sell the GTI after you put all that work into it? Well, you're clearly new here, and that's totally fine, and I'm super thankful you're here, but let me explain. On this channel, we're all about building confidence in the garage. You can't build confidence if you finish a car and you're done working on it. You build confidence by challenging yourself completely, and that's the bane of my existence, is anytime I can put myself in an uncomfortable position to learn new things, or financially or in my relationships or whatever, I'm usually the type to take that risk because I want to be uncomfortable. Because if you're comfortable, that means you're not growing, and I want to get all the growing done in my 20s, and then from, let's just say realistically 40 to 90, I want to play. I want to play as hard as I possibly can. So that's just my personality, and a lot of you guys might feel the same way. A lot of you guys work really, really hard, and I'm stoked for you. And so that'll give you some more context on why I do what I do. I want to learn different cars all the time. I want to do 2 to 3 cars a year like this one, but since we started the custom stuff, we have the GC8 project, 22B, whatever you want to call it, and then we have the 240SX that we want to build, and Randall's pulling me into the custom car world because we do have dreams of going out to racetracks, drifting, drag racing, rally, and then I have rally on top of that. I do like to ride dirt bikes outside of that, so it's just this was a weird year for a lot of reasons. Randall came on board, and this Volkswagen does remind, like, that's what I take away from this car. I'm like, this is the car I thought I was going to work on alone, and I bought it because it was easy to work on and I wanted to go really fast with it. Well, I ended up keeping it a year because we got distracted with other stuff that we're capable of doing now that I have Randall's help. So I think the GTI, from an emotional standpoint, when I think of the nostalgia, this is the car I thought I was going to go into alone, but I ended up getting really close with Randall, getting a best friend out of it, and someone I can work with every single day, and it's so much more fun working on cars with your homie. I was always super jealous of other channels and other friends that they have their buddy that lives real close and they work on cars on a regular basis. And I knew the day would come when I would have a homie to work on cars every day in and out with, and so this car marks like the start of that. So I appreciate the GTI. So yes, I am gonna take this check I got, possibly, and go put it towards the next car, which you guys will have to wait and see what happens. We're all about building confidence here. That's what the Karma Speed brand is all about. So if you like the channel, you like what we have going on here, you like what you take away from the videos, the best way to support karmaspeed.com. As I'm speaking right now, when this video comes out, I don't know, but we're in the middle of our first exhaust giveaway. So we're giving away the exhaust from Unitronic. On this, and the sales are going pretty well. I'm looking forward to it, and we're really pushing hard to get a lot of sales so that we can give away each car built. So instead of selling it at the end, we're calling one of you guys that watches it, say, hey, we're flying you out, come hang out with us, come pick up your car, this is yours, and you get to go drive it, and we'll like make a trip out of it, maybe go drive in the canyons, maybe we'll go out of town. And I want to work hard to have some more money to buy, a couple other, street cars. And when you guys come pick up your car one day through Karma Speed giveaway, we can all go drive somewhere fun. So if any of that resonates to you, the best way to support is karmaspeed.com. So don't be sad if you have a GTI. Don't complain in the comments about this channel. I'm unsubscribing. Go ahead. I've done this 7 times over with all the other cars. We don't need that negativity here. We don't have time for that. If you like building confidence in the garage, stick around. We're gonna be picking up on a new car here soon. I'm working out some details of something kind of crazy. So look out for that. I'm really excited. We're working harder than ever over here, and I think you guys are really gonna enjoy the content with the main focus of building confidence in the garage. So this is all about how we can provide value to you guys. We're gonna have fun in the meantime, but we're here to serve you guys and make some awesome content and make sure everyone involved, including myself and Randall, are always learning. Hope you have a good day, night, wherever you're at. karmaspeed.com. I appreciate you guys. See you soon. Peace.